Today's video is very simple. I'm going to be showing you how to build this boat step by step. So let's cut to the chase and just get straight into it. All right, so we're going to attempt this in one time go. Here is the original boat that I've built, or what's left of it. We're going to basically recreate this, but make it less Halloween-y because it doesn't need to be so scary. We're going to start off like any boat build. Hopefully it doesn't rain. It always does by the shore. We're just going to build our way out with any pieces. It doesn't really, in fact, it probably needs to be higher than that just to be safe. Just build it up fairly high. You just don't want to risk anything going wrong. So unfortunately for this, you do need the first order set. I might try and do one with a Daft Punk set, but we'll go with the first order for now. And you just want to go over to the walls and you want to find the thick round piece, which is this one, first order wall taper. And for now, I'm just going to attach it as far away as I can. Oh, that's looking a bit risky, but anyway, let's put that there. So we need 2 of those for the start. So this next bit is entirely up to you how big you want to make it, but I want to do 8 for now. So if you get either the first order wall tilt like that one, or if you want something slightly different, there is this one here which is smoother, so I'm going to go with that. So then we're just going to snap it on and shift it over. Oh my god, I can't. Right, there we go. We're going to snap it on and shift it over by 2, and then again by 2, and then again by 2, effectively as many as you want. For the sake of this, I'm going to do 8 of them. So I've got 3 already. Let's just count through them. 4. Remember to shift it twice every time. 5, 6, and then 7, and finally 8. And exactly the same on the other side. Let's do that real quick. Okay, that's looking good. It is getting a bit dark, but that's fine. Let's persevere. So now we're going to get the wider variant, the 16 wide. And then from here, we're going to snap on. And we're going to move it out by 2. And then we're going to do one more, move that out by 2. And obviously, exactly the same on the other side. It's always going to be a mirror image. So there we go. We've got those first ones ready to go. So we're going to do 6 more, giving us a total of 7. So 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, and 6. So the reason we've done that is because we're going to have a cannon there and there, and there and there, which gives us 1 at the front, 1 in the middle, 1 at the back, and obviously there's no angles and things. They are just straight. So I'm going to do that again this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the back gets a little bit more tricky, but as you can see, it is taking shape and it's looking fairly boatish. So the back, we're just going to get the thinner piece and we're going to sink it in by 2. And again, sink it in by 2 there. And then we're going to get the big round piece that we had previously. And that should just snap on like so. And then whatever's left, we're just going to fill the void in, make sure it's symmetrical. So we'll do... Right, that's the wrong way. So we'll do 1 there. 1 there. And then for the center, just obviously fill in the gap. If you want to spice it up, you could have some straight pieces there. In fact, it doesn't really make that much difference. That would annoy me, so I'm going to not do that. There we go. Let's get our 2 round pieces in the middle, and there we go. That is the top layer of the boat. Well, I say the top layer of the bottom layer. And then we're just going to build all of this again down once more. So select the angle piece that you previously used. Why is it going there? And it should just snap on exactly in line where it needs to be underneath. So do that both sides. Yeah, so it should look like that. And it should touch at the bottom there. Now we want to find the skinny variant of the angle piece. And that should just snap on perfectly both sides. Oof, look at that. That's lovely. Now literally the whole of this, just copy it down 1 more layer. So let's speed things up and do that. When we get to the back, things do change slightly. We're going to do the small round here and also here. But what you'll notice is it does stick out a little bit and kind of gives you a bit of a shelf look. Don't worry too much about that. Just carry on by placing those 2 there. It does look a bit funny, if I'm totally honest, but it's going to be under the water. You're never actually going to really see it, so that's fine. Because if you look at this one over here, the only usable space, I mean, this has sunk a little bit, but the only usable space is the sort of top layer. But let's finish this one up. What we're going to do is leave the bottom open. Like I said, less weight, and you're just going to fall through it anyway. I mean, if you really wanted to, it adds some weight, but I'm going to do it anyway. But let's add a layer to the bottom. It's going to add a lot more weight, but it will make it a lot easier for us to use it. So just fill the bottom in however you want, whatever material you want, and I'll see you in a second when it's all done. Right, that was a lot of work, but we have got a nice area to play with over here. So for the next bit, I'm going to build the same thing on the floor above. Again, I'm just going to make it a bit easier for you so I don't have to show you every single step. What I would suggest doing is just start off by placing this first piece in line with the wall, and you want it to finish flush with the edge, so it just sits over like so. So that's 116. So if I build along, get another one there, and then you get another one there, and then you should have enough room for 2 8s just like that. Okay, so that's what you'll need, 3 16s and 2 8s. Let's finish all of this off and then we'll get into these next bits. Okay, so this is the main bit done, and then obviously the rest of it for this I'll probably just go with the 8 wide 8 by 8 and then just slot that in by 2, and then that'll just sit flush right there and just fill all of this in. 16. In fact, I could have saved some pieces by using another 16, but it's done now, so not that deep. Let's just do it the hard way. There we go, that fills that in lovely. Now to the front again, it's the same thing, you just want to have them all sat flush, and just like we done at the bottom, you want to have it in by 2, come over here, in by 2, follow the pattern, and there we go. So now again, let's get a 8 wide, follow the pattern in by 2 each time. Okay, so we can't place this one because of this, but we'll fix that in a second. Let's just do the same thing this side. There we go. It's always good just to double check, but that looks fine to me. Now just fill this bit in and then we are done for this part. There we go. That is all fully complete. This thing probably weighs a ton. Anyway, on to the next part. So just to make sure that we don't have any issues with falling, very carefully come down here and snap on a piece to the lip of that. That does not look that secure, but trust me, it will be fine. Let's just dig this all the way into the ground again. And the moment of truth, here we go. Hey, it didn't fall. There we go, success. That's what we want. So let's just break all that. Now there is nothing stopping us from finishing this front part. There we go. It does look a bit square on the front, but there's not much I can do about that really. And again, the bigger you do this, the more balloons you'll need. So let's just finish off the top layer. We're just going to get some fences, do whatever ones you want. I'm going to stick with the first order ones for now, and I'm just going to build it out all the way along. Is this going to be the best one? Let's have a look at what option we got. Oh yeah, nice white picket fence. That'll look great. So I've decided on the black ones. These are the friendly neighborhood ones. Use whatever you want. It doesn't actually matter. I'm just going to go for black one. And now it's nighttime again. Great. There we go. Okay, so friendly neighborhood railings. And then we're just going to fill it all the way in, all the way across like that, just on the edge. So it should be nice and easy. Just snap your 16s on all the way along to the edge. And then again, same on here. And then go down to your 8 railings. Use whatever colors you prefer. Want a nice red one? Have a nice red one. There we go. Now, if you want to save material, just have the little gaps there. Because I'm in creative, that's not an issue for me. So I'm just going to patch them in with one of them. There we go. And I'm just going to do that all the way along, all the way to the other side. Right, so now we've done one end. Let's have a look. That looks fantastic. Look at the black contrasting with the grey. That looks good. So I'm just going to copy and paste this over to the other side. And then I'll be back in a second. Okay, so one eliminated cow later. This is what we have along here. Now, I'll show you in case you're unsure, but the front and back are super simple. Just get your pieces, whatever fits in there. In fact, it'll likely be a 12 at this point. Just pop that in there. That's the front done. Run over to the back. And this ship is massive. It's like perfect for a mobile base if that's what you're looking for. There we go. Snap that on. Please snap that on. And there we go. Beautiful. All right, so this is it. It's a massive area. Now we're gonna go and build the top layer. Now the top layer, I'm just gonna go for a design very similar to this, just with a bit less green in it. Maybe let's have a look, see what we've got. I'll try and keep it to the first order, because in that way, if you're building this far, you will definitely have it. So where the first curve is here, we're gonna go and get a different color floor piece. I'm gonna use a beachside boulevard just so I know what's going on. And then we'll do a 16 wide. Going to come to this end, move it up by 2. You don't have to do this. You can do it however you want. But for this version, I'm going to go there and over by 2. So this is on the first small curve that we've got. And then it's going to be on the second part over. So there we go. That's our 2 16s. And now we need to work out the middle. So in a different color, I'm going to put a 6 there. And a 6 there. Right, I've done something wrong. Hold on. silly me. There we go. Which means this is our center block here. So now back to the first order. We're going to get the curved wall. We're going to put one there and one there. Now this bit does get a little bit more tricky. We want to make sure we've got our utilities and vehicles on. And then we're going to get a floor piece. This will be destroyed, so it can be any color that you want. Pop one there. Pop another one just coming off it. Then get a thruster, the old thruster trick. Put it anywhere on there. And then we want to go back to the walls and get the round wide piece. And then we're going to snap it. This is a bit fiddly. Snap it on to the thruster. Spin it around. And it's a bit of a guessing game. But you want to line it up and you'll tell if it's in the right place because it will go green. And then you should make sure they're touching there. Come up here and destroy all of that. That is our first part there. And then we just want to do the same thing on the other side. But to make it easier, we'll snap onto this dodgy one already. Move it over as far as we can. There we go. And snap onto that and just line that one up. And that's pretty much it for the front, for the angle bits. Now, next we want to get the other angle part. That's the correct way. Shift it over by 2. Shift it over by 2 and shift it over by 2 again. Gives us just enough room to walk through here. Snap that over there. Now once we've got these two here, what we're going to do, we're going to snap again over one more time and same that side. Now here, going to do another one. This will be for our door. Go down to the first order archway. Let's have a door either side. It'll make it easier for you to get in and out of the ship quickly. So now we can just destroy this. We don't need this anymore. This was just a guide for us. And the rest we will make up as we go. Both sides, 4 of these inside out. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then we're going to go back to our round wall. Pop that there. Pop that there. Do another one. Move it in, another one, move it in, and then we're going to go to our round that was upside down. The easiest way to do this, if I'm honest, is probably just to snap off, get a wall, doesn't matter what wall, and just move our way slowly back like this. Oh no. Or you can do the thruster trick if you want, but I'm just going to do it this way because I don't want to keep doing the thruster trick. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, let's do it like this. This might be easier. Oh, there we go. That was a pain, but it's got to be done. So now we've got our upside piece. We can just do that flush. Destroy all of these. Won't be needing these anymore. Again, obviously drag this all the way over. Like so. For now, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to get a single ramp. Get a single ramp. Put it there. Put it there. Then just get an 8 wide wall. Snap it on. Doesn't matter if it's upside down. And then another ramp. Another ramp. And there we go. We've got some sort of exhaust. I don't know. Exhaust design. Doesn't really matter. So there we go. That's how that's looking. Pretty good. Okay. Now for the next layer. We want to get a half wall. So we have got some first order ones. And we're just going to go along with the ramps. So put this one in the center. Get your round there. That should fit like that. Get your 8 wide one. Snap that on. Both sides. I'll just show you both other sides. There we go, like so. And then just get, there's a variation, just get this one and snap it all the way along like so. And again, same thing we've done the other side here. Let's just pop our 8 on there. Snap our corner one on. Fill this in. Just going again all the way along. Oh, I didn't mean to go there. And then just fill this all in. Now, if you want to invest the time, you can change the design of it however you want. But for simplicity, I'm just going to go with that. Nice and simple. Again, nothing on the front here. If we look over at this one, there's a lot more details that I added, and I did a different round at the top, and you've got the doors there. But to be honest, I think as far as an attack boat goes, this looks quite good. I can show you an alternative way of doing this if you wish. Because I have the Halloween Town Hall bundle, I'm going to get the Nightmarish Gable, and I'm going to snap it on here. It doesn't really matter what it looks like on the inside, but the one that I've done doesn't have the little bottom bit. It's just a clear one like so. Snap that over here. And then I'm going to get the little gable part, this one. Snap that on. Oh, this needs to come forward. And then again on the other side. Now on this side bit for a detail, I'm going to get the one that's got this little block at the bottom and have that so it just sits over like so. If you go over to the half walls, go all the way down, you'll find this one. And that'll just sit flush all the way through. And we're just going to build this all the way along till the end. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one, we're going to curve it in. That's 8. And then again, same on this side. Snap that one on. And then just do another 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the 8th one, tuck it in by 2. There we go. Oh my god, I've done it all wrong. Look, it's not aligned. You have to be so careful for this. Let me just do this again. Yeah, make sure it's flush like that. What a pain. This game just works against you. Like, it does not want to snap things the right way. There we go. We only need the first order for this. Get a little curve. Snap it on. Beautiful. Snap it on. There we go. Throw that there. There we go. And that is our shape, which is a bit more detailed. It looks a bit more similar to this, but if you don't have it, then don't worry. Just go back to the previous step, and all you've got to do is just fill in the top with any flat floor piece that you want. Obviously, I can't show you now because I've destroyed it, but sure, you can work it out. And because I'm doing it this design, Halloween Town Hall, just get a light grey, snap it on there. Yeah, snap it on there, and there we go. And then fill in the roof, so you just want one angle piece to go there. And now for the top, all we've got to do is just fill in with grey floor. So again, back to the first order, gonna lip that on there and just build it all the way to the back. Now, if you did the first order design that I just showed you, then obviously leave it at that. Right, now what I'm going to do, you should also have this, it is free, is I'm going to get the Shogun Palace because it's got the lighter color. I'm just going to get the floor in, just fill it all in with this. So from there, all the way back. There we go. Now, the awkward job of filling in the rest. So, right, okay, this is... Should we try this? Let's try this. It is 16. Very untraditional tutorial. I'm actually making this all up as I go. There we go. 16, 16, and then 8. Oh, God, it's like Tetris. There we go. Now, for this end bit, it should be obvious. Just 16 all the way along. There we go. Right, so now in regards to the roof, we're just going to let it follow the natural curve of the part below. If we really wanted to, we could add some beams and stuff there, but I think it's just going to look strange. Get your 8, pop it on there. Get your 4. And there we go. Just leave that there for the minute. Come over to the other side. Do the same thing. So let's just start back over here again. Get our 16s. There we go. Let it follow the curve. Go with the flow. So let's put that there. That's too big. There we go. There we go. Now to round it all off, make that curve in a bit. Get our little 12 there. And there we go. That is beautiful. That's a nice little shape that we want. It's got that nice little wing on the back. It just adds a bit of extra detail. To be fair, it kind of looks really good. I like it. There we go. Like I said, I just totally made this up as I go because I have built multiple boats, but I figured for the tutorial, let's do this. And there we go. So that is the main build done. We just need to come down to this layer and add in our cannons. So break that, break that, break that, and break that. And now go to the first order bit. Just want to wall it off. Leave the inside open, but just put a little wall there. Just to sort of separate it either side. Go back to your floor. Go with a grey one just because it adds a bit of contrast. Throw a 16 there and a 16 there. That should be your cannon entrance. And same there. So that is the entrance for our cannons. Now, obviously, you need to add the actual cannon itself. Just put it set back there. Either side there. And just have it center. Right, so I'd recommend adding something to stop your troops falling out. So let's get an 8 wide. In fact, let's just stick to 8 wides. All round, why not? Let's just put them there. And now this way you can't have people just wandering off the edge. And again, the same side. There we go. All right, so that is how that looks. There we go. Like I said, I'll do it the other side and then I'll be back to finish off and make this bad boy float. And that'll be done then. We can go and destroy stuff. Right, so as promised, I did build it the other side, but I was too lazy. I didn't do all the finishing details. It'll be fine. It'll just slightly be lopsided, but that's all right. Now, effectively, to get this to function properly, you will need access to the bottom. So wherever you fancy making a little stairway down, do that. I'm just going to go with this piece here. There we go, that'll do. And just put some stairs on it. Obviously, whatever stairs you want. This is up to you, your preference, however you want it. I'm just going to put it there so we've got a nice access to the top and bottom. I'm not going to decorate the inside, that's up to you to do. Now, for the thrusters, again, the channels will be different depending on, you know, what console you're on and stuff. But just come to this first small curve and just start placing. The more you place, the more you will turn. I'm going to do it like this. I'm just going to go with, what's that, 8 on each side. Again, probably throw down some more if you want. Oh no, I've done too many. Okay, let's just undo them. So this is for the front half, and then we're going to go over to the back half, and you're going to do exactly the same. And this will just allow you to turn. So just throw on as many as you can fit in that small space. Yeah, like so. 2 there, 2 here. Another one, like DJ Khaled said, another one. Put that right there and right there. This should allow us to do full maneuverability. Now, you will need some to go forwards, so we could just do some at the front of the boat. Now, the ones at the front of the boat, you won't need to change any of the channels. They should just be right. And then just get a little half wall. Any half wall will do. I'm just going to put these ones down. Go. Just put some more thrusters on it. Again, like I said, the more that you place, the faster it will go. I'm just going to do one more row of them just to sort of box it off. There and there. That looks quite cool. This is the engine room, if you will. God, it's weird to place it like that. There we go. Look at that. That's looking good. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's fine. That'll do. Obviously, neaten it up if you want. I'm not going to bother. So to turn, you need to have them. You need to get your spanner and have them the opposite way. So for the sake of this, I'm just going to play around with it, whatever works for you. But these, you want to keep them at channel 3. The right-hand side, let's do channel 1. So just set all of the ones on the right to channel 1. Again, obviously, you know, change it as you need to, whatever suits you best. Channel 1, and then do these to channel 2. So remember, this is the front of the boat, channel 2. And that's channel 2. So we're just going to put down a chair just to test it and make sure it actually does work and function how we want it to. So let's just throw down one of these, our testing chair. So if I press channel 2, I'm going to go left. If I press channel 1, I'm going to go right. So now on the back, it's going to be the same if you rotate it. So on the right hand side, we've got 1. Left hand side, we've got 2. Come to the back. Right hand side will be 1. And the left hand side will be, oh my god, 2. Jeez, I can't get it right. There we go. 2. So again, don't know how well I'll be able to illustrate it, but if we want to turn left now, I'll press channel 2, which will make them ones activate, and them ones which will cause us to rotate because they're opposite. Same as I do every vehicle I've ever done. Now for the cannons, you want to do channel 4, which would be your inflate balloon button normally. So this would just make sure that you fire only with this button. I won't demonstrate it because I don't want to blow anything up, but I'll let you do that. So channel 4, because otherwise if you don't do this, you might find that as you're driving forwards, you rotate around and shoot and stuff like that. And that's not what you want. So that is all of that done. These will now all fire at the same time. In fact, I might as well just show you anyway. There we go. So if I sit in the chair, in fact, you won't actually be able to see. Let's put down another test chair. So then what I do is I press channel 4. Can't even really see. Hey, and it fires. There we go. That's all you need to do. Now, upstairs, you have all of this to decorate how you please. But what you do need to do, and this is a very important part if you don't want the boat to sink, is you want to place a layer of flooring. You want to get your floor, and you want to do it to the bottom of this. So it lips over like that. And you want to just make sure your balloons fit. So test this first before you go and put all the floor down. You can't really see because I'm in the way. Yeah, but this is effectively what we're going to be doing. So this is lipping just under by 1, and then you build 2 floors out. And I'm just going to do it all the way along, and then I'll be back in a second. Just like that, nice around on the corner just to finish it off. And the same on the other side. Now we're just going to fit as many balloons as we possibly can up here. I wish there was a first person mode. It'd make it so much easier. Just going to fill it all the way up with balloons. And to be honest, I haven't actually tested this. This will be a first time. Right, that's one half done. Now just do the same on the other side. Right, there we go. We have got all of the balloons ready. Now don't detach your boat just yet because I haven't actually tested this. I'm going to be the guinea pig for this. Hopefully it's not too close. But that is pretty much it finished. The front, to be honest, does look a bit weird. But other than that, right, let's let it sink and hopefully it doesn't sink. Whoa, okay. Right, it's coming back up. Bit lower than I thought. We have a bathtub inside. Actually, yeah, we do. Let's put some more balloons and get this thing a little bit higher. So let's add another layer. Also, it's worth noting the more stuff you add inside the boat, obviously the higher amount of balloons you'll need. So if you like deck this thing out fully, then you'll need a lot more balloons. But it's not capsized, which is a good start. Right, so we've added a second layer of balloons, which has had an effect, but now the boat looks like it's trying to do a front flip. So I've just got to add some more balloons to the front of it, right at the front. So in order to do this, if we come over to the engine compartment, this will be a lot easier for you because hopefully you wasn't silly enough to send your boat up in the air. Just add as many little balloons in here as you possibly can fit. Oh my god. So there's 6 in that bit. One there, one there. There we go. We've got it balanced where we want it. So depending how much stuff you load up inside, you're obviously gonna have to mess around with it. This is where I want it to sit. So if I come inside here, we've got 2 layers of balloons on the sides going almost all the way to the back. And then on the front, we've got a layer there. Obviously, you can cover all this up if you want. And then as we come down below, you need some balloons right at the very front. So we've got 6 there, and then another 2 there, another 6 there, and that is pretty much it for that. Now all it is time to do is to test if it actually drives. So put a seat wherever you want. For ease of actually driving it, I'm going to throw one down right up here and test it. There we go. It's turning very, very slowly. Give us a minute. Right, the weather is terrible, but yeah, what is going on with this boat? I promise you, it on the other screen, it's not bugging like that. Right, yeah, so as you can see on this screen, it isn't bugging like that. I mean, it moves incredibly slow, but it's effectively a giant mobile base. So, is it stuck? Don't put it so close to an island. But yeah, look, I've put it too close to the sand. Right, we've got a Titanic situation. We're stuck on some rocks. God damn it. Yes, we're free. We're free. So as you can see, it does move very slow, but like I just said, it's a mobile base. It is not supposed to be fast, and we can just go for a really nice sail now. And there we go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash a like, comment, tell me what you think. And also, I have another channel that will be on the end screen if you want to go check it out. It's not as family friendly as this, but there we go. I will catch you in the next one.